Hi guys, so this is the third session of Sonicwall configuration. So in this session we are going to configure the SSL VPN. So the remote user wants to work using the VPN client to access the internal resources or private network. So we are going to do that one. From the very beginning, I have just uh, assumed the one interface as a private IP. So it is directly connected to my office router. What I'll do is I'll just assume the IP as an public IP. So in the real case scenario, there will be public IP so that we can uh, directly configure the SSL VPN. Okay, let me first log in. Okay, so this is the one interface for our case. In real scenario, there will be public IP so that whenever we want to access the internal resources remotely. So in the work from home scenario, it will be the best solution. So we are going to configure that one. So once I configure the SSL VPN in this one interface, so we'll be able to access the internal resources like 10, 10, 10, 20 uh, and other interfaces configured here. So let me do one thing. So currently I'm not able to ping the internal IP. So ping 10, 10, 10. Currently there is no any ping packet. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll configure the SSL VPN and um, I'll allow the user, specific local user, to access the internal IP that is 10, 10, 10, 20. Okay. Let's begin for the configuration. So at first of all, what we need to do is need to go to this SSL VPN tab. That is currently there is no thing. So in server setting, what we need to do is we just need to enable the SSL VPN in the WAN zone. So every IP address that falls between the in the WAN zone will be able to give the VPN traffic. So WAN changes made, and similarly let's keep this port as 2927 and paste domain. We need to provide this user domain in case of unequal. So what if I want to enable web management over SSL VPN and SSS over SSL VPN? For now, I'll just enable this one. Okay, it is saying that please add this rule, the access policy. So I'll do this later on. Similarly, SSS also same case. So in activity, just 10 and check this box for SSL VPN activity check. So although we don't need to do anything here. Okay, uh, we will be requiring the VPN client that is NetExtender client for Sonicwall. We'll download this later. And now I'll just do later. Accept the changes. Now another task is we need to configure the client in. So this section. So zone will be SSL VPN. I'll just provide a range of IP address here. SSL VPN pool. Fine. Zone will be SSL. and the IP address. So for this, it has to type 192.168.10.2 120 will be fine, and we don't require IPv6 for now. And in client route, okay, this section describes that you will only allow those network or um, or IP addresses that the uh, client app will gain once it is connected to the WAN interface. So I'll just enable pane. Okay, just zero subnets. Okay, edit, and we just keep X1 also. So we didn't require this one really. Okay, for now I'll just include the X0 subnet. Okay, and in client setting, so if you want to provide the specific DNS server for the client, you can specify here. And this is the option. So if you get any update, if you want to enable the client auto update, so you can do this. So also exit client after this. And what you want to do, whether you want to allow saving of username only, or you want to save both the username and password. So I'll just allow the allow saving of username only. So okay, no problem. So in portal section, you can give customize messages here in home page and login pages. And then we can change the logo also to virtual office. Don't require this one for now. Okay, status okay. Now you can monitor here. Okay, policy default rule. So what you find here is, okay, there is any to any one interface IP SSL VPN. This is created by default. So once you enable the uh, WAN interface, the SSL VPN zone, so it will just create these policies. Okay, I think this is NAT rules. Okay, fine. The IP, the port is 927. Similarly, in access rules also, no problem. Yeah. This one is SSL VPN to LAN. Okay, by default there is rule SSL VPN to LAN. There is subnet. So we can do this one. So and the another task you need to do is, you can segregate this traffic to include the user. So for this, you need to go to user and you need to create local user and groups. There is some issue there. Just reload the page. Okay, device, local user and groups. Okay, you need to create a user. So okay, so if you want to integrate with the AD server, so you can do this as the LDAP authentication. In case of our there is local user. I'll just write v. So for now I'll just keep password as test@123 test 3. So uh, for the very first login, I want the user to change his or her password here. So the alternative So I'll just keep the account lifetime as never expire. So in group, okay. So if you want to give this user as permission of user group of trusted user and everyone, and if you want this user as Sonicwall administrator, that is, he or she can access all the firewall resources, and can he or she can manage the firewall also. So I'll just keep this one as everyone and trusted. Later on, I'll show you how the Sonicwall administrator will work actually. So, and another one is you have to give the VPN services fine. And for VPN access, so which network or specific particular IP you want to give, you can filter here. So don't need to work out furthermore in access policy rule. So you can directly give this here, or if you want multiple security, so you can just filter the user here, and there you can also filter in the access rule tab. So X0 subnet. Then so if you want to assign some user quota, I'll just put the X0 subnet. So okay, this will be fine for now. Keep this as a view only. There might be few with question. Okay, this is fine. Okay, now what I need to, there are telnet client here. There is no, so 16.0.09 and 927. So we need to download the uh, NetExtender client here. So there might be, just verify. Okay, so for now, so if there is a public IP, you will be directly connected once you apply all the policies and and the SSL VPN here. So I'll just here. Okay. So once you enable this, you'll be able to connect with the one interface IP. So in our case, I need to uh, connect from the another zone, that is network object. So currently my PC is in the zone test zone. So I'll just verify the connection. So for custom rule, so let's keep this one as E for now. There is issue port server. Page 09. Default WAN one interface IP. It is fine. Network is WAN interface, just one IP, and service is any. So I'll again out another policy once. Okay, so let's verify in the zone section once. So object zones. So in case of public IP, so in this zone we have already enabled the SSL VPN access, but I think I need to enable the SSL VPN access this zone also because currently my PC is in this zone. So let's try this. Okay. Yeah, okay. So my username was Avi, password was test at the rate one two. The domain is test domain. So I'll log in first. Okay. Mm, at the very first login, there should be a prompt for password change, but I don't know. This might be the issue with the PM version. So actually, there should be a prompt for password change. Okay, that's not a big deal. So I'll just download the VPN client first. Okay, this response. Let's verify with this one. Network portal. So there is client. I think I'm able to download it here. Okay, there is another issue here for next vendor. Okay, in so once we activate the license, so there, there should be no issue with the extender app. So I'll just download and copy the setup file to this remote console. Until then, I'll skip the PDF. But actually, should be able to download the also. Okay, not waste the time. I'll just download the VPN client and copy to this console. Okay, now I have downloaded the client. So here is my client. So downloads. So I'll set up it first. So currently we're not able to ping or browse this management IP here. Okay, I'll just first connect the client. So there is next step. Okay, run the client is already running. Okay, here NetExtender. Okay, I think the client is Sonic. So Sonicwall didn't require this one. Okay, the server IP is 09, port is 2927. Sorry, 27, and the username is Jai. Password was test at the rate 123, and domain is test as domain, as we mentioned earlier. So let's connect this one first. So there is prompt, accept it. Okay, now it is connected. So check here. The route I have given is this 10.10.10.0. So now let's try pinging the server here. 10.10. So I think it's still there. Here, I think there is no policy here. So, okay, there is no policy. So I'll again verify this one. So from LAN admin, okay, so device user and hobby user group available here. But okay, the problem I had already provided the this recently. So okay, let's check zero subnets it. Save. Okay, I'll again try reconnecting. Connection with refreshed here. So 1 0 10 7. Paste test connect. So now it is connected. Route is fine. So okay, it is working now. So the issue was here. So inside the inside the user, we need to assign a an access route for the network. And now let's try browsing it. Okay, we're getting this issue. You don't have the administrative privileges where to log in here. So, as I recently talked to you about this Sonicwall administrator, so to log in this page, what we need to do, need to allow the administrator access for the user. So similarly, so inside this user, what you need to do is go and provide the Sonicwall administrator. So this is fine. So now you'll get the full access of VPN. So, okay, full access, and need to again uh, disconnect this one in 0.249. Okay, now you need to log in the firewall with your VPN user. You'll be allowed VPN user here. Okay, currently I'm browsing through this IP, so it is not letting me to config to proceed to the config mode. And just use as non-config mode. Now you are able to log in here. It's all fine. So, okay, this is all for the VPN SSL VPN client. You are now connected here. Browse. Yes. Okay. You disconnect this one. Will you be able to access this? 10.10.10.20? No. So after connecting VPN, you are able to log into this management IP. So this is all you need to do. Yeah? So thank you so much for watching this video. So I'll be making a video regarding IPsec VPN in next session. Until then, stay healthy. Thank you for your time.